that. But no, where was I?
I'm going to read the script. You were trying to get me to not do this. But before I get into this, what I'm going to say is that Josh hates Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
It's very obvious that he has
I didn't realize that too. The first
hard time discussing it, remembering it, and of course
the first time that I realized that really was when I read the script. I didn't know he hated the show so much.
Well, I didn't well, okay. So, you guys have a trademark saying, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Hug me, brother.
Okay. Would you say that's like what every fan says to you when they meet you?
I mean that, or like, whoa, take it easy, man.
So would you say, like, you know, it would really hurt a fan's feelings if you said, I didn't say it, hug yourself, F-head?
So there's the opening scene where, you know, Josh is he's a real estate agent, and he goes in and he is dressing a house and getting it ready, and
the people who go to buy the house, they recognize him.
And they're like, hey, aren't you that guy from Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
And then he goes, hug me, brother. And then Josh gets in the car and goes,
hug yourself, F-head. And that alone,
that was the first thing that I was like, we can't open our show like that.
First red flag, because you just said F you to the entire Drake
audience.
And Josh fan base.
Yeah.
But then we go into Mexico after that.
Yeah.
Right after that line.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So
oh, wow.
Hug yourself, F-head, and then it goes to and then opening of the show, Josh and Drake. Then immediately
Such a good title.
Open the show, we're in Mexico. Drake performs at a quinceañera, a Latin celebration of a girl's 15th birthday. It's not your typical quince. This newly 15-year-old Elena is the daughter of the biggest drug kingpin in Mexico. Really? Her father, Enrique, the head of the cartel, sits in the middle of the party at a table surrounded by guards and beautiful women. Really? Think Escobar, Chapo. Drake is on stage backed by a mariachi band while the birthday girl watches the girlfriends in the front row. People drink copious amounts of alcohol. Oh, and this is my favorite part, and ingest other illicit substances at a 15-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah, okay, like that, because that's what they do there, right? Well, I mean,
I could tell
and
you
that's
all
how
about,
we should represent.
But I could tell you all about my quince. We were in pink dresses. I mean, some of the girls definitely snuck in some alcohol, but no illicit.
Oh, drugs. I mean, come on, that's a normal thing. It's not a quinceañera without the boys sneaking in alcohol.
Drake finishes singing the theme song to Drake and Josh. In parentheses, I found a way, and gets a big round of applause. And then you say, give it up for the birthday girl. And
yeah, I mean, that
okay, so here's
so that's what it was. Is right when I read that, I was like, man, we can't
do that.
Represent.
But it gets worse. So then they go into a gunfight, and then they don't want to pay Drake, which is also another terrible stereotype.
Yeah.
And then they don't pay him. He gets stuck in Mexico. He doesn't have any money, which is weird. Why is he performing a show? And okay, because he didn't get paid, but he doesn't have any money at all. So Josh has Drake stuck in Mexico, has him tweet, I need money, or I need to do a meet and greet for money, and only has like 3 people show up to the mall for the meet and greet so that Drake could get money back to the United States.
I mean, which is a direct. Well,
it's just a direct insult on what
I've
built
building
in Mexico for years.
What I've worked on and cultivated.
No idea what we've been doing, but that's fine. I just want to know, why was he a real estate agent and you were a failed musician? Like, why wasn't he a failed YouTube star or Viner? And then you could be like, why wasn't it something like closer to
I don't know. I told him, I was like, dude, make me a failed actor in New York. Like, and I'm sleeping on your couch and you're like trying to be an actor too or something. Like,
but honestly, the Mexico depiction is literally just the tip of the iceberg for me. There was so many red flags, like as your business partner, as your producer, your love also. Like, I'm not going to allow, I mean, our son is like, he's half Paraguayan.
I know.
Like, his abuela speaks to him in Spanish. Yeah. Like, he's going to be speaking Spanish at home. Like, he's going to be learning about his culture. And for people that are in the movie business, like, we have to be the change that we want to see. And, like, I wasn't going to let you do that script. No. And you weren't going to let yourself do it anyway. So I totally yokoed that situation. But you know what? It was for the better good, because we learned today that Josh, maybe tells better stories in his head than he does on paper. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, like, you care about the fans.
Yeah.
And you were bummed today because we destroyed another, it was just another notch on the childhood ruiner for people.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even, I mean, look,
maybe I got more bummed.
I think you got more bummed because it was like, he tried to like be like, oh, I came up to him as a tough guy and blah 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 blah. But
yeah, because he's not a tough guy.
No, but and you're my wife, so of course. But I'm just bummed. I'm just bummed that it's turned out the way it is. That's it.